Hey friends, and welcome back to Path of Exile for our Day 2 update on our Ravenous Swarm Lich. Now, yesterday we didn't get as far as we wanted. We got into the mini acts. What are they called? Interludes. So we're halfway through the interludes and working through that. We are level 61 now, and we've had to change the build a little bit because our Ravenous Swarm feels okay when it does single target, but when it comes to clearing, it feels pretty bad. So I'm gonna go into a map and just kind of demonstrate what it's feeling like right now, all the way in the interlude. And we're gonna go, okay, so this is the most recent area I've unlocked. So Ravenous Swarm is now set up with some stuff I'm experimenting with is Armor Explosion. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this. But we still have Feeding Frenzy and Prolonged Duration. We've also updated our gear. We have +2 minions here, some lightning damage, and the Bear Talisman for 12 to 18 added attack. We have +2 minions here, +1 minion here, and then we've got our shield, which is mostly just life and res. I think that's it as far as gear. All my other gear I'm just updating as I go. Life, res. This one has armor applies to elemental. It's okay. Eventually we're going to switch to Cloak of Defiance, which I was able to buy yesterday. And so we're going to switch to the mana. Yeah, I'm just taking a mana before life and stack that up as far as we can. Other than that, not much has changed. We have added unearth, and that is what we're using for adding to clear. And so all we're doing with unearth is whenever the Ravenous Swarm kills somebody, we raise some temporary minions, and they gain all of the benefits from our minion investments, and they get minion instability and prolonged duration. And that helps out with the clear a great deal. So, this way is a dead end? No. Okay, so Ravenous Swarm does damage, just doesn't do damage very quickly, which isn't a big deal when we're doing single target because they can all stack up on one enemy. But for big packs, it takes a while. And so we summon these guys and they make everything go much, much faster. Hopefully, we don't have to use these guys into the end game because I don't really like using them, but it's a good solution for now. The other possible solution would be using Raging Spirits, but that also felt awkward for me to summon, so I decided to go unearth instead for now. But if you really like Raging Spirits, you can do that instead. But today we're going to be trying to focus on getting crit into into our swarms, to help out with their damage. I hope that's going to help a lot, but we'll see how that goes. Other than that, it's just leveling up the gem. Yeah, that's about how the build operates now. It's getting there, still a long way to go, and hopefully today we find out more about the bug, because I don't, it's hard to tell how many swarms I have at any one point in time. I'm pretty sure we have 3, which, if they fix the bug, this guy's enraged. Or not enraged, just seems like he's enraged. Okay. Yeah, so today, hopefully they fix the bug, because we see 3 swarms, and we have 3 swarms consistently, which is great for our damage. So if you pull up the skill, we can look at Ravenous Swarm, and the duration is 18.4, which is enough for all 3 swarms to be up all the time. So that's great. The nodes that I was talking about yesterday that are bugged are, I think, still bugged. So we still have them, we're still invested into them. we should be getting +2 limit on the minions and a bunch of minion duration, but none of these seem to work. So hopefully we see something from GGG today, since they are back in office today, about these. If this is fixed and starts to work, having 5 swarms would be a huge increase in damage. Like that is more than 50% increased damage for us, because that we go from 3 to 5 swarms, and that's incredible. Other than that, the plan today is probably going to grab these 2 crit, and then we're going to go all in on just scaling our mana. So we're going to go down here, grab that mana, going to come over here and possibly take Eldritch Battery. We'll see about that. Gonna grab the Ingenuity, and yeah, so today's all about scaling our mana. And then once we ascend one more time, we'll grab Blackened Heart, which is going to give us Magnitude of Unholy Might buffs. Right now, with coming up to 1,000 mana, this is going to give us 40% Magnitude, which is let's see, it will go from 30% gain to like 40% or 42. So good stuff there. Nice. And I think that's it for the plans today. So hoping we see some action from GGG, and we'll be experimenting more with how the build is working. I'm still not convinced Gigantic Following is working. Yeah, in theory this should work. It should make all of my minions gigantic, and that should be a 20 more damage, but I'm not feeling that one. Alright, so one more thing I wanted to look at is, I've gotten a lot of questions about what Ravenous Swarm is doing damage-wise. If you go on PoE2DB, you can see a lot of the minion-specific stats. So right here, we're just going to the Ravenous Swarm page, and you can see how it levels up and what the levels are all the way up to 20. Something that I find a little disheartening is the minion level is 40 at the level 20 gem. So right now we're at level 18 with all of our buffs, so we're at a level 36 minion. So if we go over then to the minions, at least I think this is how this works. Again, I'm not a minion player. I'm not super experienced with minions. This is just my understanding. But if we go over here, we can pull up the level 36 info, and we see 45 to 84 is the base damage, and the crit is 5%. So that's where that sits. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. I will say what that does mean is if we continue with the way we have things, because right now we have a level 13 gem and we're getting 5 levels from gear. So even if we don't change our gear at all and we go up to level 19, because we're not going to find a level 20 gem, we'll be at a level 24 gem, which is a level 48. And let's see, what is the difference there? So up to 48. That's a pretty significant difference in base damage. I don't know if it's enough, but be good. Yeah, that is kind of where the build sits today. Again, today is going to be mostly focused on defenses and just working on getting crit on our minions. And then hopefully we hear from GGG about the bug we're experiencing. Alright, I think that covers the update for today. So today we'll be streaming in just a couple hours, and we'll be continuing on with the interludes. We'll finish this one up. I think the long part of this one is over, hopefully. And then we'll be continuing on to the next one and ascending and then getting into maps. So that is the plan today. If you want to continue getting updates on this build, be sure to subscribe on YouTube or stop by on Twitch or here on YouTube while I'm streaming so you can see the progress as it happens. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.